Hello everyone, welcome back to the Hurricane HQ, and today we'll be discussing Thursday and Friday's potential winter storm on the East Coast, which will bring inches of snow for a lot of the Mid-Atlantic and East Coast, and possibly even more accumulation in some areas that were already impacted by the last winter storm that impacted the Mid-Atlantic just a few days ago. Now, as we take a look at our Day 2 weather overview here, you could see that we actually have an area here in Virginia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia, where we could be seeing very heavy snowfall and even higher snowfall amounts possibly in that area. And then we also have another area right here impacting Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Kentucky with a potential ice storm. Yes, we are looking at the potential for an ice storm impacting some of these areas. So we will have to be watching this storm very closely as it progresses up into the Mid-Atlantic and eventually the Northeast, and how it could bring a ton of snowfall for portions of Ohio, Kentucky, PA, New York, New Hampshire, and especially the Mid-Atlantic here. I think the worst area is actually right over here. This storm will be moving right here and bring a lot of moisture in. So right here is where you gotta watch out, as we could be seeing some heavy snowfall. Actually, let me redraw that real quick. We could be looking at some very heavy snowfall in some of these areas, especially the Mid-Atlantic. The Mid-Atlantic has been dealing with a lot of problems recently, and we could be seeing even more mixed precipitation and snowfall on top of some of those areas. Now, keep in mind that portions of Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, you'll all be impacted on very late at night tomorrow and into Day 3. So as we go to Day 3 or Friday, you can see much more widespread snowfall here in the Northeast and New England. We're going to have very heavy snowfall, possibly even some additional winter storm warnings may be needed. It depends on where, although it is possible that portions of central New Jersey, far eastern Pennsylvania, and maybe portions of Massachusetts, Rhode Island, you might need a winter storm warning, possibly, during the next 24 hours. So we'll be watching this very closely for the potential of an upgrade to a warning or a watch or anything like that. And we'll also take a look at those special weather statements in just a moment. Now, this is our current weather alerts here. And as you can see that we have a lot of weather alerts that were issued for the area. You could see a huge area of winter storm warnings have been issued from actually all the way into West Virginia and even into Virginia and just on the border of Pennsylvania and West Virginia here. So those are all winter storm warnings, and I have a feeling that we could be seeing a few winter storm warnings possibly being extended eastward if we see those heavier snowfall amounts, and it's possible even portions of the Mid-Atlantic could be seeing winter storm warnings, assuming that the storm, or at least the models and everything, are showing the potential for a winter storm. Now, I'm not saying this is guaranteed. It's possible that the models could just show the storm staying how it is, or the models could be showing the storm weakening actually in the future and bring less snow totals to the Mid-Atlantic. Although it is possible that we could be seeing an upgrade if the snow totals do increase during the next 24 hours. Now, my third circle I think is actually going to be right over here. I feel like we could be seeing the worst of the winter storm actually for this area right here, potentially even into Massachusetts and Rhode Island. There's already a winter storm watch for that area there. I did forget to highlight that, although, yeah, that's another area to watch out for some winter weather. So you're going to want to watch out if you're in any of those areas, honestly. Even anywhere really from anywhere I'm circling right now, you want to watch out for some snowfall, because any snowfall can cause very slippery road conditions and some minor tree limb damage or anything like that. If the snow does accumulate on those tree branches, they could snap. So I'm not saying it's the highest risk if you're in a winter weather advisory, although it is still something to watch. Now, let's take a look at our current snow totals. You can see we have a huge area over here of a lot of snow totals from the last winter storm that impacted the Mid-Atlantic. And this area right here could be seeing some additional snowfall, especially the northern portions of it. I'd say over here, right in this circle area, you're going to be seeing snowfall likely. And in these areas, that could add on to the totals that you already have, making the snow on the ground even worse and potentially even making those roads a bit slippery. Just again, even though a lot of them are likely already plowed at this point, you could be seeing some more snow totals and some additional snow totals add on to it. Now, I'm not saying this storm is going to be much worse than the last one. I think the last one is stronger. Although this one could still add on to what the last one did. Collaborate on the amount of snowfall on the ground. They can add. This one will add to the current amount of snowfall. So that is definitely something to watch closely as well. Another thing is the winter storm risk level. Now, in this video, I'm not going to be showing snow totals. I will be making a whole new video tomorrow on how much snow is expected, what the models are showing. It's just a little bit far out still on what the exact impacts are going to be from this storm. I don't want to post anything online that could be inaccurate. I want to post more accurate information when it's closer to the event, so you know what's going to be happening. And I also don't really want to do models in this video because models are very unpredictable, especially with the winter storms. I know they were showing my area getting a decent amount of snow with the last storm, and I got nothing. Not barely even a dusting, and yeah, it was really a big letdown for me. So hopefully my area here in central New Jersey will be getting some more snowfall, maybe a few inches hopefully with this one. But again, that's something to watch, and that just shows how inaccurate models can be even the day of. So that is why I am actually waiting to show a lot of weather models for this storm. Now, this is our winter storm severity index, and this is going to show what are the how severe the impacts from this winter storm. Now, you can see anywhere in this yellow area, I'd say watch out. I know it isn't the highest risk level. And by the way, this is our chart here, so you know what all these colors do mean. But anywhere in the yellow, the minor impacts area, I'd watch out. I'd monitor the storm closely because you never know. It is rarely a direct threat to life and property. Although still, it could cause some accidents or slippery road conditions or anything like that. So please monitor your local news stations if you are in a minor risk or a moderate risk or anything higher. Even the limited impacts, I would still watch it, honestly. Now, as you can see right here, we do have a huge area of minor impacts. This goes all the way from, I'd say, Kentucky and Tennessee, all the way into Maine right here. This entire area right here is where the storm is going to be heading, and this is going to bring more snowfall to a lot of those areas that already had some. So expect higher snow totals than the models are showing because that's adding on to what we already have. So if they say 5 inches and you already have 4 inches in the grounds, that's probably a good 9-10 inches on the ground right there. So you definitely want to watch this closely because you may have a little bit of snow on the grounds. Those 5 inches is additional to that. So you're definitely going to watch out. Now, we also have a moderate risk here. This is for these orange areas right here. This is a moderate threat. Now, I'm just circling the general area where they are. If you're in that moderate risk, I would watch out because moderate risk means that there is often life-threatening to life and property impacts. Some damage is unavoidable, and typically this results in disruptions to daily life. So I definitely want to track this storm. If you are in this moderate risk or near a moderate risk in your area, just say if it's in your county and there's or widespread around you, definitely watch this storm closely as you never know what could happen, and you could be in that moderate risk quite soon because obviously they can't predict things this isolated this far out. And now let's go to around the nation. So let's see what's going to be happening today along with severe weather. Luckily, no threat today for severe weather. Just this very, very, very small threat for a few isolated strong thunderstorms here. Mostly over the coastal areas or the border islands or anything like that. North Carolina and Massachusetts, I'd be watching out, especially if you're near the coast. That's where the main threat for a few strong thunderstorms with wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour are located there. So you can get strong thunderstorms with 40 mile per hour wind gusts and maybe some pea-sized hail as well. Although other than that, there will be no impacts. And honestly, I don't think there's going to be much severe weather today. Honestly, I don't. Now let's move on to our excessive rainfall outlook, and you can see very low threat across the nation. Although there is a marginal risk, which means there's a 5 to 10% chance of a flash flood within a 25 mile per hour area. So definitely watch out if you're in that marginal risk area. Maybe a little flash flooding, although I'm, again, not expecting too much to be happening over there. And finally, let's take a look at our weather overview for the entire nation here. You can see we have our snowfall starting to fire up here from this winter storm, which will be heading in this general direction up and into the mid-Atlantic, northeast, and portions of the southeast, actually. And then we also have a cold front right here, which is actually moving east right now. Right here, this is that cold front. And that cold front is moving east, and that is bringing very cold air behind it. So cold air is going to be moving in to the east coast, which will allow for that snow and mixed precipitation to move in when this winter storm does choose to move up north. Now we also have another potential winter storm here in the northwest here. You can see very heavy snowfall is possible in some of those mountainous areas, and then also even some excessive rainfall along the coast. So definitely you're going to want to watch this if you're being impacted by this, and even actually that very isolated freezing rain risk right there. So please watch this if you're in the western U.S. or anywhere really in these risk areas. If you're in any of these risk areas, you're going to want to watch out, as you do have, again, potential for some significant weather potential. So, yeah. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I hope everyone did find this update a bit informative. Now, I am rushing to get this out a little bit because I do not have the most time to make this video. Although, again, I want to thank everyone for watching the video. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, leave them in the comment section below, and I'll get to those as soon as I can. If you want to check out my website, it's thehurricanehq.org. And I have most of the winter weather maps that I do use in this video on there. So you can get a lot of that winter weather information right on the website. It's auto-updating, everything like that. So you don't have to worry about outdated information on my website. My Twitter page is @thehurricanehq. I'll be posting a lot on my Twitter page. Even if I don't post on YouTube, I will post on my Twitter all day. So definitely go check out my Twitter and maybe even follow it if you do want information on the storms, whether I'm posting videos or not. Also, follow my Instagram if you would like. I'll post about once a day or once every few days on a big event that could be happening, like a winter storm or a flash flood or a severe weather event. I recommend you follow the Instagram account, although I wouldn't rely on that for vital information because I don't really post that much on Instagram. And finally, my YouTube channel, which you're watching right now, is youtube.com/thehurricanehq. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I definitely recommend you push the subscribe button below, and also ring the notification bell if you want updates on all my new videos coming out. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or anything like that, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and have an amazing day.